Hey everybody, welcome back to The Art of Existence, a Homestead Den podcast. I'm Alexander Wolf, founder here at Homestead Den, and today we're diving into something I hear from top performing real estate agents all the time: how to break free from the daily hustle and actually run your business like a CEO, like it's a real business. If you're an established agent or team leader who's closing deals, but actually feeling stuck in the grind, you're feeling overwhelmed by the operation, inconsistent pipelines, or just no time to actually scale, this one is exactly for you. This episode is actually based on a blog that we put out recently on our new website. Hope you go check it out if you're more into reading. But I'm breaking it down here in a more straightforward, no nonsense way, no hype, just practical steps you can think about applying to your own setup. We'll be covering the blueprint for scaling your real estate business, from shifting your mindset to building systems that actually work without you actually micromanaging everything. So why don't we get into it? First of all, let's talk about the reality that a lot of top real estate agents face. It can be a very rewarding industry, but success comes with a price. You're closing 40, 50, maybe 100 deals a year, but you're trapped in what I call the owner-operator trap. You're handling listings, showings, negotiations, marketing, everything. It definitely leads to burnout, chaotic operation, inconsistent cash flow. And then I think at a certain time, hitting that revenue ceiling where growth feels just impossible past a point, right? Maybe you're struggling to attract or keep good talent in your team, or you're over-reliant on one lead source, which is very risky if you've experienced a downturn in that channel. So if that sounds familiar, the good news, the gospel, is not something you're failing at. It's usually just a lack of scalable systems. You can shift from being the hustling agent to the strategic owner of a predictable, profitable business. At Homestead Den, we partner with top performing agents to build these systems from the ground up through our 90-day real estate agent CEO blueprint. It's a done-for-you service that handles the heavy lifting so you don't have to. But today, I'm not gonna be pitching, I'm not selling you anything. I'm sharing the pillars of what make scalable real estate businesses work. Let's break it down step by step. The first pillar is, first for a good reason, strategic vision. Thinking like a CEO. You need to stop seeing yourself as just an agent and start acting like the CEO of your business. That really just means defining your unique value, understanding your ideal client, crafting a clear brand message that actually cuts through the noise. And really, without this, your efforts are scattered. So we start with a business audit. Review your current processes, identify your niche, and pinpoint who you serve best. Now, come on, this isn't about limiting yourself and not being able to take clients from different areas. It's about focusing where you get the biggest wins. For example, if you're strong in luxury homes in the GTA, lean into that. More specific, here's a good example. I help the 65 and plus people wanting to sell their family home and downsize. Very specific, that's a niche, and that's a value statement. At Homestead Den, we kick things off with a deep onboarding process. We align your brand, goals, and messaging so your value shines across every touch point. It's about building trust, right? And recognition, not just chasing trends. You need to be a consistent person with a reputation. Your reputation is your brand. So consistent branding isn't a nice to have. It's really essential for effective marketing and avoiding costly pivots later of, oh, now I want to do that, now I want to do that. Once you choose and you put all your efforts behind that choice. Pillar number 2, operational backbone. Your business OS, operating systems. A scalable business runs on systems, not chaos. Think of this as your operating systems, right? Your SOPs, your standard operating systems, your CRM, your dashboards, the stuff that gives you real-time clarity into what's actually working and what's not. So we set up those tools like your CRM for lead tracking, your Google Analytics for your website for metrics and automated dashboards. You define your KIPs, your key performing indicators, which are number of leads generated, your conversion rates from leads to actual closed deals, your ROI, your return on investments, and track them religiously. You can't improve what you don't measure. You are just throwing darts into the dark to see if you hear a pop when you hit a balloon. And this directly tackles inconsistent cash flow and poor visibility, which is not having clear what's happening in your business. So what I'm trying to say, with clear metrics, you spot bottlenecks fast, and then you make a decision, data-driven decision, not just, well, let's try this out of a hat. And this can become a lot. So automation here is a key. It frees you up from routine tasks so you can focus on high volume work, like closing the deals or leading your team, things a computer cannot do yet. In our blueprint, we handle CRM configuration, data migration, workflow automation, and reporting. It really centralizes your client journey from first contact to retention. So you're turning your database into a growth engine. Pillar 3, attracting prospects. Your predictable lead engine. If you're always chasing leads, you're stuck in the trap. A scalable business needs a steady pipeline of qualified buyers and sellers without the constant hustle, you know? For that, you need to consider building a multi-channel strategy to avoid over-reliance on one source. That's just risky. It's not gonna let you sleep at night thinking, what if this happens and then all my leads die? Use organic search, SEO, social media, referrals, professional partnerships, even QR codes on your for sale signs. You start with lead magnets. What's a lead magnet? A high value resource like the basic ones we all know, home valuation tools or relocation guides that solve a micro problem. You offer that to your niche and capture contact information. Then you funnel them into automated paths with optimized landing pages. At Homestead Den, we create these lead magnets, we build the funnels and manage channels like SEO optimized content, social media, with a focus on video for YouTube, which is like a huge SEO search engine. Paid ads, branded websites. We handle the full content creation, graphics, videos, blogs, to drive organic traffic and engagement. The goal? Shift from hunter, going out into the jungle and hunting your leads and finding them, to creating a magnet, drawing in the leads consistently so you stop chasing and start converting. This multi-channel approach builds reliance. If one channel dips, another one can pick up the slack. And with clear metrics at each stage, you see a clear return on investment on which is your best channel, which one's the worst, which one's in the middle, and you can allocate resources accordingly. Pillar number 4, huge, nurturing relationships, automated follow-up. Beautiful, you have a bunch of leads, but they're really worthless if they fall through the cracks. Not every prospect is gonna be ready to buy day one that you contact them, day one that they submit a form. So you need tailored communication based on their interest level. And you guessed it, we automate this with email, text messages sequences, interactive content, and segmented lists in your CRM. We don't blast anything and everything we make to everybody. We segment them in the beginning so we know their interests and we provide them actual value to the interest and the needs that they have. It's really like having a 24/7 assistant, keeping you top of mind for all those leads. We know this, you've probably experienced it. Many agents quit follow-up too soon, but persistence builds trust. This creates a pipeline of future business and smooths out cash flow dips. In our service, we set up these automations for cold and warm lead nurturing, follow-ups that engage prospects and warms them up for the sales conversion. It saves you time and turns manual drudgery into a system that runs itself, letting you escape the operator role. going back to that being stuck in the operator role. Pillar number 5, converting prospects. Systems-driven sales. So conversions shouldn't rely on luck. So we make it predictable. We define your process from appointment to contract. We use sales scripts, automated scheduling like Calendly or whatever your CRM offers, constant reminders, and objection handling strategies. This ensures consistency, builds trust, and boosts your close rates. Standardize it so it's easy to train your team, hugely addressing talent retention issues. If employees feel lost, without direction, without processes to follow, they feel lost, anxious, insecure in their position, leading them to want to move on to somewhere that they don't feel those feelings. So if you provide them guidance and structure, like we're talking, they're for sure gonna stay longer and give you better results. We integrate this into your CRM with proven scripts, auto scheduling, and follow-ups. With all this put together, your website becomes a 24/7 sales engine with lead capture and your MLS integration. It's about improving deal quality and closing more efficiency. Pillar number 6, client lifetime value, retention and referrals. We all know this. How many real estate coaches all say this? Past clients are your gold mine for repeat business and referrals. And very often across any business, those leads are the most profitable leads that you can get because they're not costing you much except maintaining that relationship with that past client. You don't have to run ads, you don't have to create more stuff that costs you money. You're basically getting a close to zero cost lead that's warm and has already been told good things about you. We automate this through referral systems, retention campaigns, monthly newsletters dedicated to past clients and referrals, home value updates, appreciation programs, all that kind of stuff that gives us a strategy and implementation. This really creates a self-sustaining cycle. Like we said, reducing lead costs, and we made sure to put it in our blueprint, which includes fully automated systems for referrals, re-engagement campaigns, and tracking, optimizing for growth while you focus on strategy. Our pillar number 7, which ties us back to the beginning, is strategic oversight, learning and then leading. As a CEO, oversee. Don't do it all yourself. Build knowledge in market dynamics, leadership, and advanced strategies, and then lead. Something really cool that we focus on making sure we offer are master-like classes on scaling, marketing oversight, and much more, equipping our partners to lead confidently while we handle the execution. Finally, our little plug, why Homestead Den? We're not about piecemeal fixes. We provide a comprehensive partnership through our 90-day real estate agent CEO blueprint. We build and manage your back end, lead gen, nurturing, conversion, analytics, retention. It's done for you so you can focus on what you're great at, relationships and closing. We try to keep everything as simple as possible and promise not gonna give you huge technology headaches. Now, my friends, this blueprint we just created together isn't about working harder. It's about systems that give you clarity, control, and just overall freedom. If you're ready to make that shift, think about where you can start today. Maybe just audit your processes or set up a simple lead magnet. First step is always the first step. You don't have to run all the way up. You can just choose to start today with one action and feel that momentum move you forward. If this chat resonated with you and you want help building these systems tailored to how you work, we'll schedule a strategy session. No sales pitch, just pure info. Hopefully you made it to the end of the video. That's it. Thank you for watching. If you found value in these little chats of ours, in these new chats that I want to keep trying out, I ask you to subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you like. Share with us what's the biggest hurdle in scaling right now for you in your business. And that's it, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful day.